I don't think I've heard this story. So tell me how you got started in recruiting at the tender age of only 16.
Oh, gosh. So I used to work for well, I say work, was put to work by my father in his shop, which is the norm back then. So I used to run his little retail sweet shop, if you like, for over the summer holidays and school holidays. And one time I was working at the shop. I would get to the shop at like 6 a.m. I'd close up at like 8 p.m. So it was a long day on my own. And then there's this one guy would come regularly and buy a pack of cigarettes in the morning. And he would just say, "Hi, how's your dad?" He would chat to me. I didn't know who he was. Anyway, after the summer holidays, my dad came home one day and gave me a business card. And he goes, "This guy, Greg, who comes to my shop, wants to offer you a job." And I said, "What does he do?" And my dad didn't know what he did. He said, "He's an accountant," right? Because he had ACA after his initials. So he gave me this business card and he goes, "Give him a call." And I was like, "All right, what have I got to lose?" This is the age of 16. So I've just, in the UK, that's the age that you leave high school. So you leave high school at 16 and you go and do 2 years before you go to university. So anyway, so long story short, I went to meet Greg in his office in the city. Still have no idea what this guy does, right? The internet was still in its primitive days. So it wasn't the case of just Googling this guy. Turn up at this office in the city, he explains what he does. He says, "We do recruitment, etc. And, come and work here." And the deal at the time was, it was a part-time job, right? So I'd go after college. So after finish college at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I'd jump on a train, go into central London and start working in this recruitment business from like 5 p.m. until like 10 p.m. at night. And all I was doing was admin, right? So this was before, again, email and word processors. So it was all manual paper CVs, paper filing, photocopying, stapling. So that was basically my job. They would give me a bunch of CVs and say, "Go and file these in the cupboards by surnames." And then they had another job for me, which was kind of after a while, where they got me on the phones. So this is kind of my first introduction to getting on the phone and speaking to people. And it was the most mundane and kind of, I dreaded it, right? Because you're calling up people and all you're doing is updating the database, right? "Hey, Mark, I've got your CV here. Just want to check, are you still working with," it was that kind of stuff. So we did that. And I did that for 2 years after college. So I'd go after college. And then it got to a point where I had to make a decision when I was about to go to university. Do I go to university or do I do something else? And having worked 2 years in this environment where I was exposed to recruitment, I was exposed to young people making a lot of money and seeing their success and seeing how they've done it and learning the ropes, I just thought, I probably could do this, right? This is an opportunity. And people here are earning good money. At the time, you're 18 years old. All you're thinking about is making money. Well, that's what I was thinking about, right? For me, it was like, well, if I go to college, I do 3 years of university, I come out of it with a bit of debt, then I got to get a job. I can shortcut all of that and take a job now. So I effectively just said, "Look, I'm going to skip the uni," which didn't go down well with my family. And I took a job full time in recruitment.